Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, July 29, 2014. Before we get started here, I just want to point out this is the start of a two-day FOMC meeting. So the Federal Reserve will meet for 2 days. Tomorrow they will make their statement on interest rate policy in the United States. We'll see what they have to say. Will they taper tomorrow? That's the big news. Will they taper by $10 billion to bring it down to $15 billion for quantitative easing? But we'll have to wait and see tomorrow. So today could be a little bit of a quieter session as everybody awaits the highly anticipated FOMC meeting tomorrow, but we'll see what today brings. We do have a lot of stocks in the news, but before we get started here, I want to talk about the S&P 500 E-mini futures, and what you're going to see here is the futures are trading higher by about 3.5 points. Now, what gives rise to the futures? You can see they've really taken off around 4 o'clock in the morning when they were trading much lower. You can see here futures were around 1967, 1968. Now they're trading up at 1976. It's very simple. I talk about it each and every day. You're not going to hear about it on CNBC. It's the dollar yen. The dollar yen is the fuel that goes into the S&P 500 E-mini futures. When dollar yen goes up, the stock market goes up. And take a look at the dollar yen. Right around 4 o'clock, the dollar yen started to take off to the upside, and the stock market started to follow. But I have news for everybody. Dollar yen is going to run into a brick wall very soon, and that's going to be around 102.20. So let me just draw a line in there for everybody. When this gets to 102.20, that's where the dollar yen should stall out. And once that starts to pull back, the S&P 500 E-mini futures are most likely going to retreat. So again, keep that on your radar. You're not going to hear this on regular television. They're not going to say it on Bloomberg. They're not going to see it on CNBC, and they're definitely not going to say it on Fox Business. So again, you're hearing it right here first. Keep it under the radar, but this is what you want to watch. You want to watch that dollar yen. When that gets down, when that gets up to 102.20, that should really be the extent of it. And once that happens, expect dollar yen to pull back, and you should expect the stock market to follow suit. All right, let's take a look at some stocks in the news today. We have a ton out here. We're going to start up with Carl Icahn and Bill Ackman's favorite company in the world, Herbalife. Herbalife is selling off pretty sharply. The stock closed at $67.48. It is now trading at $59.31. There is a lot of support in this area. I will have gap levels for this stock. They'll be posted up in the chat room at 9 a.m. But there is a lot of support in this general area for Herbalife. But either way you slice it or dice it, pretty good decline. Again, the stock had no business going up to $69, $70 anyway. It was just a short squeeze after Bill Ackman made that big presentation that really went nowhere and held no water. So again, that's all it was. The stock right now coming back to what it probably should be, around 59 bucks. So when I look at a stock like this, it does have very good support around this level, but we will have gap levels in the chat room for you, and they will be posted up at 9 a.m. All right, let's take a look at the next one here. I'm going to talk about Aetna, everybody's favorite insurer, and what you're going to see here is the stock is trading at $83.50. It closed at $84.82. Watch the $79.10 level, $79.15. That's where Aetna has pretty good intraday support. Okay, so you're going to watch that $79.15 area, give or take 5 cents. I'm not going to be perfect on the entry here, but that's where the stock will find very good intraday support for a scalp bounce. Remember, a scalp is nothing more than a day trade lasting between 10 and 30 minutes. Let's take a look at Merck. Big pharmaceutical play here. Stock closed at $57.97. It is now trading at $58.78. So good little pop there for Merck. When I look at this one, I have to think it probably has upside to around $60.50, $60.75. That would be about it from what I can tell. Let's take a look at another huge pharma play. It's Pfizer. Pfizer is trading at $30.25, closed at $29.84. If this stock can rally up, it's still hitting a wall of resistance around $31.25, $31.15. If it sells off, you're going to watch two levels. One, there could be some support at $29.50, And second support today would be 29.01. So you have some support levels there for Pfizer. Let's take a look at UPS. They came out with earnings. The stock right now is trading at $99.70. So a pretty good decline. It closed at $102.66. So either way you slice or dice it, UPS is trading decently lower. The only level I'm really seeing that is enticing right now is going to be $94.33. Currently the stock is trading around this $99.50, which is the 200-day moving average on the daily chart. There is a fair degree of support right here, and you can see it's holding that level. So the next level I have will be down to $94.33. $94.33 if it gets down there. Let's take a look at good old International Paper. IP is the ticker symbol. Stock's trading at $50.03. This is a strong stock right now. It's in an uptrend. I don't know if it has a lot of upside though. Maybe around 51 to 52. There's really nothing I would do with International Paper on the long or short side. If the stock did decline by some chance, I would be a buyer around 47.88. I would also be a buyer around 45.32. So those would be your two levels if the stock did come down. Let's take a look at Darden Restaurants. Ticker symbol is DRI. What you're going to see here is that the company has announced that they're getting a new CEO. They are ousting the old one. The stock seems to be rejoicing off of the news. It closed at $44.92. It's trading at $46.55. The one level I would watch for resistance today on this one would be around the $48.50 level. If the stock can get to $48.50, that's where you're going to see really, really good resistance going forward. So again, DRI, big resistance, $48.50. Until then, not much you want to do with it. Let's take a look at Norwegian Cruise Line. Ticker symbol is NCLH. What you're looking at here is a move down to 31.53 this morning. The stock closed at 32.76. Again, I am seeing support around $30.80. So if this can get down to around 30.80, there is your scalp bounce right in that area, give or take 5 cents. Okay, keep that on the radar. One stock I am seeing making a move to the upside is Costco. Costco's trading at $119.80 this morning. It looks like the stock was upgraded by Goldman Sachs to their conviction buy list. I think that's the news. Again, max move $121.77. If it gets up there, that's where you look for the stock to stall out. It may even stall out a little bit sooner than that, right in this general area right now. But I do have a level at $121.77. So again, I don't expect the stock to trade above that level. The next one here is GNC. Now, this is a tough one because GNC has been selling off. This stock, believe it or not, late last year was trading around $61 a share. It is now trading at $30.70. Closed at $32.56 yesterday. So the stock is getting hit. It did go as low as $29.50. That seems to be a little bit of a support area around $29.75, $29.50. But I don't have much else for this one. After this, you're going to have to look down towards the $25.60 level. I don't know if it's going to get down there, but nonetheless, that's what I'm seeing. So again, watch that $29.50, $29.60 level. That's going to be some near-term support. After this, though, you're going to have to look much lower, down to around $25.50. So again, nothing great for GNC. Stock has just been torn down, completely torn down over the last 7 or 8 months. That really wraps it up for stocks today. There are going to be some others out here. There's a lot of earnings plays, but again, I'm just trying to cover the most prevalent stocks that we're going to see trading out here. All right, let's take a look at the gold market. Gold is bouncing today nicely. Gold is up $6.10 to $1,311.80 an ounce. Let's go to the GLD here. What you're going to see for the GLD, GLD is trading right around 125.58. So it's a decent little pop. I still think gold needs to consolidate a little bit more before making another power surge to the upside. But nonetheless, nothing wrong with gold from what I can see. Tomorrow, gold will be a mover after the Fed announcement. So again, gold will be very, very volatile tomorrow after the FOMC announcement is made, and we'll see how that all plays out. Looking at the oil market, light sweet crude futures are down $1.08 today to $100.59. So again, decent little decline here for crude, and we'll see how that plays out today. There's still a lot of geopolitical events going on, but nonetheless, oil is lower, and that's the bottom line. So again, watch the charts, don't watch the news. Charts will tell you everything you need to know. With that being said, everybody, I'm going to wrap it up short and sweet here. Futures have pulled back a little bit. They have pulled back a little bit. Now just up $2 on the session. Also, take a look at the dollar-yen chart. And what you're going to see here is dollar-yen has pulled back a little bit. Dollar-yen goes down, futures go down. Dollar-yen goes up, futures go up. Remember, keep this level on your radar. 102.20 for dollar-yen. If it gets up there, that should be all she writes on the upside. Okay? With that said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day. And we will see everybody on the charts.